I'm here at Humberside Airport today to celebrate the launch of a brand new route with Eastern Airways from here to Esbjerg in Denmark. Eastern Airways announced this new route in November 2022, and it has the intention of connecting the Humberside Renewable Energy region with the Esbjerg Renewable Energy region. Eastern Airways and Humberside Airport invited me to join them today on this inaugural flight from here in Humberside up to Esbjerg. It was a particularly busy morning this morning at Humberside, as a flight to Lapland departed alongside the usual Amsterdam service. I headed through security around 45 minutes prior to departure, as is possible with small regional airports like Humberside. It was brilliant to see such a busy departures area today here at Humberside, particularly following the last few years with the COVID pandemic. Eastern Airways had invited a number of different guests on today's inaugural flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, flight T3590 to Esbjerg is now ready for boarding through gate 3. Please have your boarding passes and passports ready for inspection. On behalf of Eastern Airways and Swissport, we wish you a pleasant flight. Thank you.
The aircraft did board slightly late today, and this was because of compulsory de-icing that had to take place before we could leave Humberside. Today's aircraft is this Embraer 190. It was delivered to Eastern Airways in May 2021 and was 15 years old at the time of recording.
Yeah, I'm good, are you?
Good, yeah, very happy you've got this.
I know.
The cabin was laid out in the standard config in a 2-2 configuration with 106 seats on board. I was seated in seat 88 today, offering perfect views over the wing.
Embraer 190 for your flight to Esbjerg. My name is Steve Marble, and joining me on the flight deck today is Senior First Officer Saqib Ahmed, and in the cabin this morning for your comfort and safety is Amanda and Richard. I'd just like to apologise for the departure of this morning's service. It's due to the extreme weather conditions we've been having recently, so there was a requirement to de-ice the aircraft before departure. That's all complete, doors are shut now, so we'll be underway. Good news is it's flight time of about 1 hour 10 minutes, so still expect on-time arrival of about 12:35 local time. For landing, we'll get back to you, give the latest Esbjerg weather and the latest estimated time arrival. Welcome on board, enjoy the flight. Thank you.
today we head north towards Newcastle and the North Sea, heading straight over towards Denmark. The seat area on board this Embraer 190 was pretty similar to any other operator. There was a large seat pocket towards the bottom of the seat where you could store your personal belongings. The tray table on board was of a good size, but was fixed in position. There were a number of small businesses on board today's inaugural flight, one of which was Mockingbird, a small business based in Grimsby in north-east Lincolnshire. On business-orientated services, Eastern Airways still offers a complimentary in-flight service of hot and cold drinks.
Into Esbjerg. We have started our initial descent, just passing through 7,000 feet. We had approximately 90 miles to run. We're planning on easily passing the runway. ATC permitting. We're looking to get you on stand on schedule this morning, 12:35 local time. The weather in Esbjerg this morning, we've got a slight breeze from the southeast. We've got a few scattered clouds, some showers in the vicinity as well. The temperature is 1 degrees on the ground.
Are you too good at doing like, so you feel
Thanks for
like
choosing Eastern Airways. We look forward to seeing you on board again soon.
The seatbelt signs have been illuminated, indicating our initial descent now into Esbjerg. Would you all please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened, and your personal items should now be restored either back into your overhead lockers or secured underneath the seat in front of you. The washrooms are now no longer in use.
After only an hour of flying, it was time to start the descent towards Esbjerg.
Airways welcomes you to Esbjerg. The local time here in Denmark, 1 hour ahead of the UK. The time is 20:01. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft's capture complete and a final stop when the seatbelt signs have been switched off. Before you leave the aircraft, please ensure you have all your personal items with you. Take care when you open the overhead lockers. Some items may have moved during the flight. We do hope you've enjoyed your short flight with us, and we look forward to welcome you back on board again soon. Thank you, and a very good afternoon to you all. Cabin crew disarm the doors for arrival, please, and cross-check.
So, welcome to here in Esbjerg after a pleasant flight with Eastern Airways. The airport here is absolutely tiny, consisting of one baggage belt and just a few check-in desks. The airport's primary focus is its offshore helicopter operations. Esbjerg Airport had organised a number of different celebrations which would mark the beginning of this brand new service between Humberside and Esbjerg.
Welcome everyone to this event for our opening from the Esbjerg Humberside route. We are very, very pleased to welcome you and that we can announce it. And I'm just the Toastmaster for this afternoon here. I'm the CEO of the airport, and I'm very, very happy to see you all around. But to welcome you, I would like to hand over to our mayor, Jesper Frost, who is giving you a little speech. So thank you, Jesper, for your help.
Thank you, Susanna. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the Esbjerg Airport, and I would especially like to welcome our British friends who just have arrived on the first Eastern Airways flight to Esbjerg. We're delighted to have you here today. Humberside and Esbjerg has had a close relationship for a long time. The city of Esbjerg was founded in 1868, and since 1875, the Danish shipping company DFDS opened its first shipping route to the UK from the port of Esbjerg. Today, the ferry company still operates daily ferries, ferry freight service to the Humber region and to the port of Immingham. The North Sea is the lifeline between our two nations and will continue to be so in the years to come. It has primarily been the waves that has brought us closer together, but now we share an ambition to use the wind power of the North Sea. In May, the European heads of government signed the Esbjerg Declaration, and the British government also has an ambitious offshore wind policy. It is safe to say that the North Sea is on its way to becoming the largest green power plant in Europe. Off the coast of Humberside, the two first phases of the Hornsea offshore wind farm developed by Ørsted and manufactured by Siemens Gamesa is already in operation. And the next two phases will add 5 gigawatts in the coming years. Wind turbines ready to be installed are also a part of the landscape at the port of Esbjerg. The port has been a part of the installation of 59 offshore wind farms and with a total of 4,200 wind turbines, and more are on the way. Improving connectivity around the North Sea is key to facilitating the construction, operation and maintenance of offshore wind farms. Workers, engineers, technicians must reach their various work sites directly and quickly, and this new route will help us with this. I have no doubt that the need to travel between our regions will continue to grow in the coming years. And I would like to sincerely thank Eastern Airways, Humberside Airport, Esbjerg Airport and all their partners for their commitment to this essential route for the development of renewable energy in the North Sea. I wish all future passengers on this route a pleasant flight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jesper, and welcome to Eastern Airways. Roger, would you maybe just a few words about introducing your airline?
Okay, very good afternoon all. Welcome to the first service today between Humberside and Esbjerg. It's very fitting that quite literally this month we celebrate 25 years of flying scheduled passengers, so it's a big milestone in the airline's history, and it's great to be developing something from an energy perspective from where the airline was actually founded. Certainly privileged to have so many of you turn up today. The idea for so many of you in the various different sectors is to engage and try and do what we're trying to do in innovate new development, innovate connectivity, and try and match where people want to be with the right place. So really look forward to you all talking to each other today, developing some new relationships, and really starting to use this service and how this develops over the coming year or two.
Yeah, and to make a route working, we need an airport in both departure and arrivals. And on the other side, we have Humberside. Deborah, welcome to us, and please.
Thank you. Afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted to be here today for the launch of this new route between Humberside and Esbjerg. The Humber estuary is home to a diverse range of businesses, all who play an important role in the economy. But of particular relevance today is those businesses involved in energy production, and it's often why the Humber is known as the UK's energy estuary. As well as the long-standing oil and gas companies, the Humber has welcomed numerous green companies, and we now have the world's biggest wind farm off our shores. Like the Humber, Esbjerg has a long history in energy production, and it's home again to traditional companies, but they had the first wind farm built off its shores many years ago. Esbjerg today remains an important renewable hub, with the knowledge being reported here as some of the best in the world. In these exciting times, it's really important that we have engineers and skilled workforce able to transfer between these two hubs, and people are paramount to the business needs of individuals. With many businesses in Denmark having roots in the Humber region, we feel there's never been a better time really to have this new route. Denmark has also been top of the list when I speak to businesses about where they want to travel to. Many people here today have roots in Denmark, and hopefully this route will aid their transportation needs as well. But in addition to business travel, we can't forget about the leisure industry as well. This route will link the people of Lincolnshire, the people of East Yorkshire and the people of southern Denmark to the leisure industry as well. We're lucky that both our regions have beautiful coastlines, so cyclists and walkers can enjoy that as well. And quite excited for a lot of people in our region is being linked to the original Legoland as well, so that's exciting for a lot of people in our region. So and we're fortunate that we have a lot of history between the two regions as well, so that's another connection. So to close, I would just like to say on behalf of Eastern Airways, Humberside Airport and Esbjerg Airport, I hope you will enjoy today, make new connections, and you'll utilise this route. Thank you, everybody.
thank you very much. Then the final thing is to make the route start. We are going to cut the line here, and we'll ask the mayor to do that. And if I can ask you, Roger, and also Deborah, to come up here so we can take the picture of it, so we can have the official opening. And then we have the photographers in line, which is important.
So everybody is ready? Okay, now we can officially cut the band and open the connection to Humberside.
Besides you, we have a little service for you, and so please go in and taste our food and have a little drink. And then just a final practical information here for those of you who are going back to Humberside. If you have any further questions, we have our Katrine. She is Katrine. If you have any further questions for your departure, you can ask Katrine. She will help you out. So please enjoy, and thank you for it.
Thank you.
Esbjerg Airport had put a lot of effort into making the day as memorable as possible for all those who attended.
It's amazing.
Is it good?
Really good.
Right, I've got to try it.
After a couple of hours of both networking and enjoying some Danish food, we checked back in for our flight home towards Humberside. Similarly to Humberside, we passed through security around 45 minutes prior to the departure time. This makes flying through Esbjerg and Humberside much more convenient for those travellers trying to reduce their overall travelling time and improve the overall travelling experience. We boarded the aircraft around 20 minutes prior to departure.
In her flat at about 3 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, it's
I was seated in seat 25F for the flight back home today.
Welcome aboard to those passengers also that just joined us here at Esbjerg for your flight to Humberside. Expected flight time today to Humberside is approximately 1 hour and 25 minutes. Sakib has a pleasure flying us back to Humberside, so before landing I'll get back to you, give you the latest weather there and the latest estimated time of arrival. Once again, on behalf of Eastern Airways and the crew, welcome aboard this aircraft. Enjoy the flight. Thank you.
home took us back the same way as we came, obviously just in reverse this time. The conditions for flying back today were absolutely stunning.
Updating on weather in Humberside. At the moment, it's fairly chilly. It's 1 degree, and winds are from the northwest. Flight time remaining now is approximately 20 minutes, so landing at 5 to 4 local time. Hello, just got some news to pass on. Today on this inaugural flight, it's uniting two very strong industrial areas in offshore wind. We're delighted to bring you news of a coming together with the Humber region too. 2023 will see the offshore wind connection celebrating its 10th year, and also the Humber Renewables Awards become back-to-back events taking place on the May 3rd and May 4th. Offshore wind connections are the conference exhibition for the region's impressive sector, with Humber Renewables Awards having clocked up more than a decade of celebrating its success with that. This follows the merger of Grid and Speed Renewables Partnership and also Team Humber Marine Alliance from the 2022 conference early this year, and it will be the first event under the new Humber Marine and Renewables banner. These awards are brought to you by the team at Reach PLC, the company behind Business Live on the Humber, and providing the news on all the latest developments and happenings for the whole Daily Mail, Grimsby Telegraph and associated websites. These two hugely successful events have really put the Humber on the map, and events that Eastern Airways would look forward to attending. So I hope you've enjoyed the flight with us today. It has been our pleasure having you all on board on behalf of Eastern Airways and the crew. I'd just like to wish you a safe onward journey from the airport. Enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
The flight back to Humberside was pretty uneventful, and we shortly started the descent over the Newcastle area.
If we land on 20, we should go over.
Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
Preparation for landing, please ensure your seatbelts remain securely fastened. Would you all please check that your seat backs are now in the upright position with your armrests down, tray tables are folded away, all window blinds fully open. All portable electronic devices should now be powered off with all headphones and earphones removed. Eastern Airways welcomes you to Humberside. The local time here is just approaching 4 o'clock. Please remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft come to a complete and a final stop and the seatbelt signs have been switched off. We do hope you have enjoyed your flight with us today. It's been our pleasure to have you all on board, and we look forward to welcoming you back on board again soon. Have a safe onward journey from the airport, thank you, and a very good afternoon to you all.
Gone on 3. On 3. Welcome back to Humberside, after what has been an absolutely brilliant trip with Eastern Airways. It was an absolute privilege to be invited by both Eastern Airways and Humberside Airport today, as we celebrated the brand new route connecting two of the most important regions across the UK and Denmark. I hope that this route continues to succeed and provides that much needed connection between the two regions. I also hope to see continued expansion by both Eastern Airways at Humberside and hopefully other airlines in the future. Finally, I'd like to thank you for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.